Yeah, we still got people today, believe it or not, who are still scared of 10,000 mile oil changes. Today we're going to change the oil on this Toyota Sienna since it was brand new, and it's been 10,000 miles since the last oil change. Looks like we got a rat's nest under here. Yeah. The first thing you got to understand about the 10,000 mile oil change is that this is nothing new. We've been doing this forever. Since the 1980s, we had oil change intervals on non-synthetic oil at 7,500 mile intervals, and those cars are still on the road today. Example, the old late 80s Honda Civics, 7,500 mile oil change interval. The original 1989 Mazda Miata, 7,500 mile oil change interval. The late 80s, early 90s classic Go Forever Toyota Camry, 7,500 mile oil change intervals. Not only have I owned all three of those vehicles and they went well beyond 300,000 miles, those vehicles can still be seen on the road out here today in Southern California. Back in the 80s, they had synthetic oil and it was expensive, and the whole point of it was you could extend the oil change interval by making the oil thinner and adding additives to keep it from oxidizing. This meant less friction and longer life. And ironically, today people whine about synthetic oils being too thin. That's what 10,000 mile oil looks like. You can see right through it. 0W20, 0W16, and yes, there's 0W8 that's been in Japan for over 20 years now. People have gone from whining in the 80s about winter weight oil needs to be thinner to now here in 2025 when we have thin oil that it's too thin to protect. Changing your oil at 5,000 miles is completely unnecessary and wasteful. I don't care what viral YouTube, internet, auto mechanic, or service technician you want to cite. They are not an engineer, a chemist, or a scientist. Auto mechanics are very low on the totem pole. They turn bolts and grunt at things all day, and they wouldn't have the slightest clue of what metric to look at, let alone measure, to determine the longevity and durability of modern engine oil. Who has that expertise? Well, people like scientists. They're over there at Blackstone Laboratories, and they're known for analyzing people's synthetic motor oil at whatever 1,000 miles you want to send it into them at. Will I send this 10,000 mile oil from this Sienna to Blackstone Laboratories for scientific analysis? No. Why not? It's been done for 3 decades now. It is impossible to get your oil to fail or oxidize or not protect or not flow correctly or fall outside of its engineering specifications at 10,000 miles. It is scientifically impossible. You can't do it. If you don't believe me, send your oil in at whatever 1,000 miles to Blackstone and see if you can get them to say it's no good. It's impossible. To the contrary, high quality oil manufacturers such as Mobil 1 have engine oil rated out to 20,000 miles now. This is not 1956. We don't do oil at 3,000 miles and go off the color of the oil and what it smells like. And the whole idea of bolt-turning grunts masquerading as lubrication chemists or automotive engineers is wildly absurd at worst and disingenuous at best. Oil is cheap insurance is what they always say. Yes, it's cheap insurance at 10,000 miles. At 5,000 miles, it's expensive insurance. Now, inevitably, no matter what I say, there's still going to be someone who doesn't comprehend. So look at the 1,000,000-mile Toyota Tundra that racks up 1,000,000 miles. How often did they change their engine oil? Well, the owner of this 1,000,000-mile Tundra explained that he uses the factory recommended 0W20. He follows the manufacturer's recommended oil change interval of 10,000 miles. End of discussion.
world like lots of things to know at last what we like the most. Women, horses, bay trees and roses.